in imagination a cloud app. We have a lot of the model for our users to download. If you have the good idea, you can upload. We also have a social media for the people who love the 3D printing. Apart from wireless, what kind of services our cloud can provide? When you use a mobile terminal and then you have a model, you can send into our 3D printer just by pressing a button.
So that's much more convenient than simply copying the slicing files via a USB disk or some other kind of storage device. And there is a camera here. This camera can support remote monitoring. Also, this machine supports automatic leveling. So after the first leveling, after you level the system, you do not need to do that again in the future. We also have screen protection and automatic shutdown after printing. Those features ensure that the whole machine is more convenient to use. It saves time for you. You can have more time to enjoy the real pleasure of 3D printing. Now let's look at the appearance. My first impression about the appearance is that it's very cool. So during our events, during our exchange with our users, we found that most users are male. So for males, they love sci-tech, they love machines, they love power. So the appearance should have those features. You can look at the clean and sharp lines. Actually, we did a survey. Our male users talk about cars like Porsche, Ferrari, and many other fancy cars. And some of them even use 3D printers to print car models. For them, the clean and sharp lines on the car are really fantastic. Those lines represent science and technology. So the design for the appearance is inspired by a racing car. Actually, it's a super sports car. And the lines, you can take a look, they are really very clean and sharp. And those lines are also very fashionable. And this supercar is a symbol of power. It's a symbol of elegance. Stability also matters. We want to ensure the best stability during printing. So for better printing, we have done our design very carefully. There are multiple points here. First, we use aerospace aluminum for the machine. So this kind of material has been used by, for example, some cell phones. Anyway, this material is lightweight and durable. For airplanes like 737 and 777, they also use this kind of aluminum. To ensure the best printing quality, we have 16-point support column for heating bed base. So this 16-point support column for the heating bed base is really important for supporting large size printing. I mean, normally the number of such points is 8, we double that number to provide better stability. Plus, we have synchronous coordination for dual Z-axis screws and dual diagonal drawbars. This feature reduces the resonance during printing, and we have a ball feeder for smoother material feeding. So during printing, if the feeder and the base plate could not be synchronized, there could be major issues. So we have designed this ball feeder for much smoother material feeding. Our products are much more than that. We have more
Tweak your 3D printers and enjoy DIY upgrades to the fullest. The screen will dim when it's being inactive for 30 minutes to save power. Using Creality Cloud's remote controller, you are always able to control your 3D printer, even when you're not physically present. The strengthened triangle structure turns a super stable platform into reality. Forget about the darkness. The built-in LEDs allow you to monitor the progress of your prints, even if the light in the room is off. Our patented quiet 32-bit motherboard, low-noise power supply, and highly efficient cooling fans ensure a silent 3D printing experience.
That's fantastic, isn't it? I'm sure this video has given you a deeper understanding of our products and their features. So first, we support Wi-Fi, and there is also automatic shutdown after printing. So that's for wisdom fun. And for fashionable elegance, the whole design is inspired by the supercar. And for screen, we have screen protection. We also have a super quiet power supply. All those features are intended to ensure that our users have a better experience. So on this page, you can see a summary: built-in Wi-Fi, supercar design, dual Z-axis screws, and dual diagonal drawbars, rolling feeder holder, a large screen with touch control, intelligent auto-leveling, screen protection, super silent design, and a support column for the hidden bad base. So all those features are part of our effort to remain the best 3D printing evangelist. We want to ensure our products, our 3D printers can become even smarter. That's how we can bring our 3D printers into the hands of more users. Now, let's unveil the price. So, for overseas users, the price for you is $499 US. Are you excited? So, at this size, that's really a good price. In China, we have a term, friend price. So we offer a low price to make friends. So are you happy with this friend price? Please show us your passion so that we can do a better job going forward. Thank you. So after that, after introducing this new product, we still have much more to mention. In Q3, we'll unveil more new offerings. But here, at this event, let me give you a preview. So, for desktop 3D printers, speed really matters. The speed of most 3D printers on the market is between 100 and 200 mm per second. And the recommended printing speed is only 50 or 60 mm per second. Our Ender series is intended to bring better speed. Our partners must know that we have Ender 6 released last year. This product supports 250 millimeter large size printing. And you can look at all those keywords on this page. Faster printing speed, 3x speed. That's really fast. Our speed can be 150 mm per second. So that's a 3x speed. However, some users have not been happy about this. They want to have a faster speed. So how we can go faster? Our new generation products uses guardian rails. But today, I can only show a small part of that. From the appearance, it feels very solid. So you won't be disappointed. The speed of this product, I can see, is much higher than all the figures you have seen just now. I'm sure the launch of this product will be likely a new milestone for desktop 3D printer speed. Please stay tuned. We can redefine the printing speed of FDM 3D printers or desktop 3D printers. Going forward, we are committed to innovations. We believe that we can break boundaries and we can keep innovating with no end. My name is Wan Chao. Thank all of you. See you next year. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we can break boundaries and we can keep innovating. So just now, Mr. Wan gave a preview of new offerings. We look forward to the launch of those new offerings. Now let me give the floor to Piang Yu and Wu Yan from the SLA business of Creality.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, our distinguished guests, our global partners and friends. How are you?
Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, how are you doing? I'm really happy to be here with all of you.
Thank you. Today I'm very honored to stand here as the ambassador of our LCD product. 今天我非常荣幸站在这个舞台上，作为我们光固化 LCD 的大使啊，请允许我，下一啊 ，sorry，当然大家想到大使都会想起一个形象大使，于是就有人在问，是吧？
So I'm here as the ambassador of Creality LCD. How can I be this ambassador? I'm not really handsome enough to be the face of our company. And we have 4 founders. Our 4 founders have been our leaders going forward.
当然也有会问你是什么时候成为这个光固化大使
When you become ambassador of LCD?
是在 long
ago.
当我还是这个
When I was 3D
我
player,
用我们光固化的产品
I use our products of the LCDL. I produce my
就
products,
是 Notre-Dame 巴黎圣母院整个
not down the heat Paris. I would feel comfortable. I printed out quickly. Results were very good. From that on, I love that product. I love the technology of LCD.
是吧？那其实
Actually,
在去年的时候，
last
很
year,
多人在问，
a lot of the
就
people
是
asked
你光
me,
固化产品，就是说你未来你的
in
战
the
略
future,
你的梦想是什
what's
么？
your dream and
我毫不犹豫地告诉
strategy
他
of
说，
your
我们光
product?
固化在
I
短期
told
内，
them
我们要成
in
为
a short
number one， 我们
period
要
of
成为行
time,
业的领
we
先
will
者。
become a leader in the fellow industry.
那
Some
在此之
people
前
didn't
我想
believe
借
me.
用
I won't
NBA 就美国职业联
quote
篮球职业联赛
from
非常耳熟能详的话来给他回应。Never ever underestimate a heart of a champion. 永远不要低估一颗总冠军的心。是的，
Yes,
我们
It
将会
is.
用我们的事实，
we
我
will
们
use
会用我们的
reality,
数据
our
来告诉大
data,
家，我们
to
所有
tell
的这些
you
梦想，我们
all
所有
the
的职业
dream,
将会成
all
为
the
现实。
vision will
正是
become
因
a
为怀揣着
reality.
这样一个梦想，
With
这么多
this
年来，
dream,
我们一直在创新，
we're
我们一
always
直在
making
前进。
innovation and
从
moving
最开始
forward.
的 LD001
The from LD 001 to last year 006,
我们从来
we have been striving for.
我们的团队
We never satisfied with.
到最后面
We shifted from the team of several people to the team of several hundreds of people.
他们都像
At the beginning, some people like me, when we joined with Creality, we have a lot of the hair, but now
没有遗憾，
we just have a few of them.
我们一直在拼搏
We have been striving for.
我们从未停止过
We
拼搏
never stop to pursue for lighting.
我们
Never stop for high quality products. We never stop pursue for ultimate company for our users. I quote from the poem. We never stop our pursuit for light. We never stop our pursuit for high quality. Today, I can proud to tell you that through the 7 years team effort, we become a leader in the fellow industry. Today, we have the Apple making products with our own innovation. Now, please invite my partner Peter to present new products to you. Thank you for William. William talked about LCD efforts of Creality. With those efforts, with the efforts of our R&D team, so we have our success. LCD new products I'd like to launching now. Palette plus IoT. What does that mean, palette? That's it. That is created by ourselves. That is a Hello plus IoT. We hope it will be perfect combination between light and technology. Some people ask me, you have a Creality and Ender, why you launch new products of Highlight? First, for the leading, and second, provide convenience for our users. For the leading, we have our Creality, a lab institute. We hope our 3D printing more intelligent and have a better quality. Not only the quality of the production, we also focus on a precision and success rate of a printing model. Through my introduction of a story of a highlight, what kinds of the products you can show us today? I want to launch highlights flagship model highlight sky. We have taken 2 years for R&D. We have 30 patents. We have 2 invention patents. We use super concentrated light source technology. It is a unique patent of us. It is a combined refraction and reflection. So, compared to products in the market, they use matrix light source. It has its advantage. It effectively solves the problems of the dark-driven. What are the results of that? We have a practice from a screen. You can see evenness of the light. The reaches at 20%. It is innovation of us. Second, because we use independent working light, it is the more reliable and high error tolerance rate. We conducted a test. We have broken the bubble of that. Till we the broken 6th bubble, and the model will have an impact, such as it will bring the impact on the speed of printing. Some matrix light source, just one bubble broken, and then you will have a downtime of a 3D printer. I just introduced our new technology of highlights. Apart from a good light source, we also give smart heart of highlights. The first time we use a 64-core CPU plus GPU. Performance have improved 5 times. It also provides a more flexible touch screen feedback. It also have the more powerful GPU process capability. In addition, Highlight Sky, we use our patented slicing software. It combined the entry-level user and the professional user a focus. We delete some complicated options. If you have the model, you have a simple setup. You can print out your model. If you are a professional user, we have the software for the professional user. It helps us to reduce the threshold for a user to use that and also reduce the learning cost for a user. We also developed our operating system and make the interface more user-friendly. It also has the Wi-Fi and supports Creality Cloud. You can use mobile terminal and a mobile phone to realize the monitoring and control of 3D printing. We provide more functions for the user. You don't need to set up a model. With a CPU, GPU, and a Wi-Fi, Highlight Sky to support OTA, online upgrading. In the past, when you use 3D printing, you through the UPS and copy into the device. We make technological breakthrough in this. We have a software. Our user just at home say goodbye to the USB. You just connect the printing with Wi-Fi, and then you can upgrade. We promise all the users who buy Highlight Sky, you'll always enjoy the free charge of upgrading function. All the users of Highlight, they enjoy the opportunity of a free of the charge upgrading of Highlight Sky. We have a lot of new things. We more open. We hope Highlight Sky more open. In our fellow industry, just a few of the people mentioned that. What does that mean? More open. API interface. We will integrate API interface, make it open. I'm not open code. I just make it graphic. If you don't have a capability of coding, you can define by yourself, such as I want to make this interface in which I can enjoy with my kid. Another, the language, maybe the small language. They just follow our rule and they integrate the translation they have done into our system. Another is integrated printing after open API interface. This is the function to be realized by upgrading. You can control more 3D printer by using just a small device. I mentioned we promise as long as use of Highlight Sky, you will enjoy free of charge upgrading function forever. After introduction of a function of Highlight Sky, our own developed function and software, we use 5" for color touch screen. Interface will become more simple. Structurally, we have the dual wheel and make our body of the machine more stable. For Halard Sky, for LCD, we talked about some smell by the racing. We use a new material which can reduce the smell of racing. When users use it, they cannot smell that kind of a thing. We have 8.9" 4K and 2,000 hours. We also use reinforced protection membrane.
And for the screen, there is a tempered protective glass layer. That's really fantastic. Just in case of any scratches, any accidental scratches on the screen. And on the machine, we have personalized material trough. So this trough is really easy to use. The user knows which model has used how much material. In the future, when printing that model again, the user knows how much material to supply. As for the power supply system, it has passed a lot of certifications, including CE, FC, UC, PS, so on and so forth. And the power supply system components come from very reliable firms. So this machine must pass nearly 200 tests. Those tests are for functionality, performance, reliability, quality, and uninterrupted printing. All those are intended to create a better user experience. Just now, what I said was kind of abstract. Now let me play a video. This video will give you a more vivid picture of what I meant by all those descriptions. Take a look.
Halard Sky, our new LCD 3D printer equipped with self-developed slicing software system, optimize the usage of 3D modeling and slicing to ensure easy utilizing and promptly converting your dream into reality. Halard Sky has renovated the LCD printing technology for 3D industry. It adopts self-developed integral light source and auto-adjustment technology in software to realize precise light structure and the application layout of light principle. These will contribute to depicting the detail more exquisitely and printing the edges more smoothly, which would eventually result in high precision printing quality and the overall success rate of printing. Even if you are a new player, you can find your favorite reference template through the Creality Cloud app and start your exploration journey of various types of amazing personalized designs. The self-developed new system is perfectly embedded inside the 5" high-definition vertical screen on the printer body. To ease the anxiety of waiting and upgrading user experience, Creality Cloud also supports real-time monitoring of printer status and managing the printing process. A self-developed, customized, high-performance motherboard with super data processing and excellent graphics processing capabilities is applied to Halard Sky. The reinforced Z-axis structure, composed of dual configuration of linear guide rail and ball screws, allows the printing accuracy up to 0.01 millimeters, which greatly guarantees the stability of printing and ultimately present your creativity in most delicate and outstanding way. Creality Halot Sky with industrial-grade high-precision LCD printing technology serves perfectly for various applications of multiple industries, multiple scenarios, and different groups of end users. In the future, Halot Sky will continue to use extraordinary, high-quality LCD printing to realize all your dreams into reality.
Thank you.
那我刚刚前面就讲了，我们发布的是一个汉语的系列。
So we have this new series called Helot.
我们还有更多的汉语的产品。
Apart from what I mentioned, we have
这两款产品都是我们又
a lot of other products under this series.
所打造的。
For example, Hat 1 and Hat SE. Hat 1 is a customer-grade SLA 3D printer, and Hat SE is an entry-level SLA 3D printer. So the prices will be announced later. You'll be surprised. You can look at their parameters here. Also, we have Hat Light, and that's also a customer-grade SLA 3D printer, but it's an 8.9-inch printer, 3D printer. And for Hat Max, as you can tell from the name, it's bigger. It has a 13.3-inch black and white screen, and it's a paraprofessional SLA 3D printer. And you can also look at its data source system, interaction system, so on and so forth. And for this UW-02, it's a 10.1-inch SLA all-in-one cleaning curry machine. It's really cost-effective. So now let me invite William to announce the price with me. Actually, we're going to announce quite a few prices instead of a single price. So for Hat Sky, it's $949 US. The price for Hat Light is $599 US. The price of Hat 1 is $259 US. The price for Hat SE is $229 US. The price for Hat Max is $2,499 US. And the price of UW-02 is only $159 US. So after hearing about the prices, you must be curious about when you can buy them on the market. So you can look at this page. Hat Sky and Hat 1 will be available this month, very soon. And Hat Max and UW-02 will be available in May. Hat Light and Hat SE will be available in June. And for this special event, we have a special offer for our users. So we have this special offer for end users. And so between April 10th and May 9th, we have a special offer for Hat 1. This special offer is $199 US. That's really fantastic. And I expect to receive a lot of orders.
9月9号之后，
The normal
这款产
price
品我们将会
for this product
25.9
is $259
这是
US.
我们
Now
康国化的
it's
所有
only
内容谢谢大家
$199 US.
我们它的整个新的这个
So that's all
结语
for this section.
未来 Hello Future Thank you
Let's see the slogan for this
谢
series.
谢，
Help the
非常
future.
感谢二位为我们带来的精彩的发布。那么，共
Thank you.
享三维的整机产品线又会发布哪些
So
新
now
产
let's
品
move
呢？下
on
面时间让我们
to
将
our
会曾志飞
fully enclosed
为我们
machines.
带来分享，掌声有请。
Let me give the floor to Zhou Fei. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. My name is Zhou Fei from Fully Enclosed Machines. Today, my colleague and I are gonna talk about our new offerings. In the field of fully enclosed machines, 3D printing has been booming. The era of 3D printing, fully enclosed machines for 3D printing has arrived. 3D printer makers are becoming stronger and stronger, and they can handle a whole range of issues in producing 3D printers. We want to ensure that both batch industrial production and customized industrial production could be handled most effectively. Apart from end users, we also have industrial users, for example, schools and companies. In this new era, people have been talking about Industry 4.0. Digitalization or digital transformation is the new buzzword. 3D printing can enable manufacturers to produce anytime, anywhere. And for their encapsulation, packaging, fixtures, and many other components, they can use 3D printers to print things very quickly and cost effectively. I'm sure our offerings, our fully enclosed machines, can make that possible. Safety, stability, and ease of use. Those are the keywords for our fully enclosed machines. And in the STEAM education industry, we have seen much potential in applying fully enclosed machines. And we have seen a lot of policies. For example, the MIT of China has a national additive manufacturing plan. According to some statistics, there are 79 universities in China that offer 3D printing programs. Our policy, let me see some additional words here. The Ministry of Education has guidelines for comprehensive practical activities in primary and secondary schools. And now let me give the floor to my colleague. My colleague will talk about the promising future in more detail. Thank you.
那么，创想三维作为3D 打印的领先品牌，针对整机，
Creality is a leading firm in 3D printing. And I'm sure we'll have our brand recognized more widely around the globe.
我们可以把它拆解为3个部分。第一个部分 S 1大，
So we have this new brand, Salmon. So Sir means become.
代表了英文单词
MON means my, and
那么合在一起，
the final
这
O
个单词
means
代表着无限可能，
omnipotent.
寓意着我们的
So salmon means
在行业应用
all kinds of possibilities or infinite possibilities. Even the sky is not the limit.
那我们3个产品里面一共有6
So
大产品。
for our salmon product series, we have our whole philosophy.
第4结构，
It has
我们
a fully
在产品在
enclosed
说各
structure.
种贴心的小设计
We will have some thoughtful design and meet demands of the all ages of people. Make our users to use our products safely and securely. Second, stability. For our products, what is the most important? That is the stability. We require 500 hours testing for our products to make sure each of the machine to provide the most stable printing experience for our users.
那什么是兼容？
And third,
兼容性
what
就
is the
我们的3个产品
compatibility?
能够支持多种
We
的
can support
那除了常
the
规的
different
PMA
kinds
以外
of
我
the
们3个产
printing.
品还能够兼
Different
容
products over summit can compatible with PC, PP, PA,
Pico 等不同的
and
耗材
Pico.
和工程材料。那我们3个产品的第4个产品里面
Fourth,
是无线平板印。
the
我们
function
通过智能化
that
设
is
计
the wireless
标配
printing.
图形模块，结合我们
We coupled with our own cloud app,
云贴片
allow the cloud slicing, cloud printing, and the cloud remote monitoring and other cloud function.
完美的结合。
It is perfectly combined with the product of Salmon. And fifth is simplicity.
最基本的诉求，
It is the basic demands of user.
能够让用户
We hope our
互
products
相使用，
and allow the user to quick to use it.
也能够很顺利的。
Even though for the people first time to use 3D
第
printing,
一个，我
they can quickly to print out a model of them.
高评价，
And sixth, that is cost effective.
价格低，
Not mean the low price of our products. Our products with better customer experience and better performance with cost-effective price.
那我们3的未来的产品布局会是怎样的？
What about the Salmon future market
未来我们要
layout?
布局3大产品组，
We will focus on 3 product axes and 7 product
光
series.
这3个产品包含了3个产品，
Desktop consumer products,
线系
high-end flagship series,
大成的桌面产品系列，
and second,
终端系列是我们的
mid-range
高
series.
高评
We
价、高
focus
品
on
质、作为卖点的
cost-effective price
那
and high quality, and entry-level series.
入门级产品将其稳定、
Entry-level series
智能、
focus on intelligence, application, and
第二个
stability.
图是我们的工业和
Second
专业产品，
is industrial and professional products,
系列
include the 3 products
将运用
lines.
我们的工业化
First of all, industrial
需要
series.
批量生产
It
和定制化
applied in mass production and customized production manufacture.
那主输机械产品
That is the
将中小
quality
企业
industrial
简
series.
单生产需
We
求。
will focus on to meet simple demands of medium and small size manufacturer. And third,
那这里重点要
that
强调
is the
我们
professional
第三个产
series.
品第三个产
And
品我
third,
们将
I'd like to
第一系列
emphasize on third
这个产品系列
product
是我们将一
axis.
种全新的
That is
产品
D
来
series.
开辟3D 打印机市场，
We
一个
will
新的产品品类。
Open new products of 3D printing. Now I'd like to introduce to you
这款产品
7 Summon
它就是我们一系列的
V1.
首款产品。
This is the first product of
下面
Summon.
请各位来宾聚焦我们的大屏幕。
Now please pay attention to our
接下
screen.
来
Next,
是本次发布会的
this
一
is
个高光时刻。
this
我
high
将发布
time
创养三维
for
本
our
年重磅的新品
launching ceremony. I'd like to launch new product Summon
3V1
V1.
支持 3D
It
语音，
supports 3D cloud
支持 3D 语音功能的教育级全封闭式
education level,
3D 打印机，
fully enclosed 3D printer.
给更懂
Our
3D 打印的听众。
definition provided this printer
IT 设计
for you because it understands you
端正
better.
的外观和大荧
The
幕设计
appearance is very
体现了
simple.
十足的亲和力。同时，我们
At the same
不同
time,
的材
we
质链
use
接，
different
让
material
质感
connection, make it looks like
可控制
they
的材
high
质，
qualified.
既具备强大的
It
科技
also
感，
has the
同时
sense
能够
of
让用户
technology,
在模型打印过程
and
中
also
方便的观察模
bring
型
the
打印的结
convenience
果。
for the user to
同时，我们
observe
看一下我们产
the
品的
outcomes
前门
of
框。
printing.
前门框的形
You
状，
can
它
see
的设计
this
图
is
案
a
来
door
源于
in the
大家
front
常用的
of
电脑
the
文件指
machine.
标。这是我们赋予这
You
款
can
产品
see
的
it
内饰。
endowed the summer good sense of this
就是一个未来
product.
世界的缩
When
影。
you open the door, that is the vision of the future. Help you to open the door of the
那
future.
么，我们这款产品
This
有多种
product
颜色设
has
计
a
方案，
different
我
color you
们
can
支持多种
choose.
颜色个性化定制，
It
能
is
够带给用户多样的
customized,
选择，
can
满
provide
足
more
不同用
option
户
for
不同年龄
user
层
to
不
meet
同客户
demands of
需
different
求的一些个
customer
性
with
化颜色定制。
different age, with different demands.
那么 V1 在
V1
和结构设计上呢，
In
我们
terms
最
of
大化地利用
structure
了
design
历史空间，对比市面上同类
compared
型的产品，
to market
咱们生活
products,
的打印尺寸在
the printing size in the single axis compared to same products in the
打印
market,
尺寸，
we
而同时对
increase
比
by
市面上
35
同一类型的
mm
产
printing
品，我们
size.
的机器尺寸
Our
却缩小
size
了
of the
10%。
machine
我们用
are
更小的产品
reduced
尺寸
by
实现了
10%.
更大的
We
模型空间。
realize the
那么
larger
介绍
model
完产品
space.
的一个 ID， 那这款产品我们
After
将会带给
introduction
用户
of
什么样的用户
ID,
体验呢？
what kind of experience for user?
V1 采用的是全
It
封闭
adopts
设计的结构，
a fully
同时有
enclosed
贴心
design
的设
structure.
计了开门暂停，
We also have the function open door
能够
pause
给用
to
户
pause,
带来绝对的
It
安全保障，使得 V1
bring the
能够在教
safety
育上
and security
大展身手，
to
尤
user,
其是在偏向教育领域
especially
，V1 绝
in
对是我们广大用户
K-12
的关爱。
education. It is imperative for our
V1 呢
customer to use
采用
that.
了我们创养三维
We also
自主研发的
use our
基因体系统，
self-developed
拼音体系
extrusion
拥有非
machine.
常的小型化设计，
It is
类似
small,
的减速
compact,
齿轮结构和双驱动
and
控制齿轮，
with high
从
stability.
而拥有强大
It
的
is a
助
light.
力。同时，
At
我
the
们的
same
基因
time,
体机
Our
集成了双
extrusion
向自
machine
研的
also
算法，
integrates
能够
the
更
three
好的采用，
self-developed
以利于
modules.
兼容
It
更
is
多
good
的
for the
耗
heat
材型。
dissipation.
同时，结合我们的计
At
算
the
设
same
计，
time, we
基因体中
have
能
a
打出精密目
proximal
标品质的
extrusion.
模型，
It can
把我们
produce
能够持
a
续稳
good
定的
quality model.
同时，我们的 V1
At the same time, V1 adopts quick removal
快餐
nozzle.
式的拼头设计，
This
能够
kind
方
of
便用
design
户快手
which
开发
bring
我
the
们的拼头方面，
convenience to users
与
to
用户
quick
能
dismantle
方便的
a
对推
nozzle
出
of
提
machine
升模型打印的一个
and
能力。
also improve success rate of a
这
printing
么
model.
标配了 WiFi
Some
连接功能，我们
V1
拥有
also
网
have
上
a
智能模式，
Wi-Fi.
通过无线网络能够
Through
连
the
接我们创
Wi-Fi,
三维
it
自己
can
的
connect
创想云 APP，
Creality
支持
Cloud
远程智能控
APP
制
and supports remote
生物万
control
产品，同
to
时能够
control
实时
some
无切片
V1. It also supports cloud slicing and cloud printing.
能够
We
让用户的
also
作品
have the
无处
huge
可返。
database for user to
V1
use.
同时内置
We
一个180
one
的
also have
无切片视角摄
a
像头，
built-in camera coupled with our app to realize remote monitoring. Survey one, if not have a survey one with you, but you have the good idea, you just use your mobile phone and use your app and select a model and conduct slicing and control someone remotely and conduct printing. You also can through our cloud to observe the process and outcome of printing. That is a wonderful idea, isn't it? In order to realize our goal, Summon V1 will provide a quick and convenient operation for you. When we ship our products, we already accomplish this kind of convenient, quick operation. You just open box, you can use it. It is convenient for the user who first to use 3D printing machine. Our Summon 1 also supports quick acquisition platform. We use good material. It is durable and easier to dismantle model and easier to clean. I want to summarize function of Summon 1. It is a fully enclosed product. It has the function open the door to pause, provide safety and security for user. It also have a proximal extrusion. It also have the Wi-Fi connection. Also have the built-in remote monitoring camera. It also has a different function as the entry-level product. But the Summon V1 has a lot of the functions. This is our original intention. Summon V1, what kind of application it can provide for education, especially for children education. It also can be applied in office. Can help the people in the office to print out some small devices. It also can be applied at home. Can help you to print out something which is beautiful. Allow the customer can print out something at home. When you can buy this kind of product, we will launch this product on market in July. Our R&D people now work day in and day out to launch this product on the market quickly. What about Summon in the future? My team and I adhere to our philosophy to build up good products with high performance, high degree of integration, and with high stability. With this spirit, we will always to provide good services for our user. And finally, I summarize in one sentence. We have a dream. Make a 3D printing more simple. Thank you very much. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. Please applaud for them. 2020, we'd like to invite the person from Creality, from departments of accessory to share something with you. Please welcome. Respected leaders, distinguished guests, family member of Creality, good afternoon to you. My name is Lashun Rose Russ. I'm very nervous and excited on behalf of our department to share something with you. At the same time, we're looking forward to our department to make a great contribution to Creality. First of all, we'd like to share with you about communication with our fans and followers as well as their aspiration. What about our first aspiration? We have a female designer, a lover 3D printer. She misses her grandfather. She misses his grandpa very much.
She hopes she can use a 3D printer to print her grandfather. And we have this user, as you can see from this page. This gentleman used 3D printers to print a lot of interesting things. Now he plans to print an Iron Man, but he has a business trip. Before he departs, he sets the machine to print the Iron Man. So he hopes that when he returns, the whole job has been finished. But when he returns, the job has been finished, but the effects are not satisfactory. He hopes in the future 3D printers can support this kind of task so that he can get a task running while he is away. When he's back, the whole thing is done. And this gentleman has some issues configuring the 3D printer. And also for leveling, he has much trouble. So this gentleman hopes that future products can support a better and easier to use leveling system. 3D printers have been used by our users to do a lot of creative things. And this cute girl is 3 years old. One day, her father needs to go on a business trip. She attaches her photo to the back of his father's cell phone, saying that when you miss me, you can look at my photo. Even if the battery is dead. When her father returns, the photo actually has worn a lot. So this cute girl hopes that 3D printing can help so that her father can have a 3D model of her. So I'm sure all these dreams from our users can be realized very soon with our new offerings. So we are determined to provide 3D printing services, and we are determined to create a 3D printing community or ecosystem from individuals to households to firms and schools. We consider all the scenarios in people's lives, and we want to ensure that 3D printing can become an interesting part of people's lives.
第一个愿望我们回顾一下，是希望可以。
So we hope that in the future we can use 3D printers to print people we care about. Before we do 3D printing, we need a model. The model may be from a modeling process, or a model base. those could be really tricky. So we have this scanner. This is our CR Scan 01 3D scanner. With this scanner, you can get a model very easily. Now let's look at this page. Oh, actually, it's a video. Take a look.
可以加一下声音。
Creating high accuracy models. One-click fully automatic completion of the scan. Get the complete model simply. It can also be picked up to scan complex objects flexibly. High-precision matching algorithm based on color and structural features. Realizing multiple scan automatic synthesis function. Intelligent wide-range alignment algorithm to ensure automatic matching without marker points. Eye safety of white LED light source, and scanning is faster and smoother. From 0.3 millimeters to 0.1 millimeters, the accuracy level is improved to ensure high precision details. 24-bit high-fidelity color restoration. Perfect support for color 3D printing. It can be uploaded online to connect with app. The intelligent processing of the model can be done online. Through the connection of 3D printer, there are a variety of built-in consumables to achieve the best printing experience. Let you get the perfect model with rich details. After printing, you can polish and color according to your preference to create your own artwork. It can be widely used in many fields, such as art design, medical, or industrial. Professional-grade high-precision 3D scanner, a sweep instant molding, so that the imagination into reality.
好，感谢回来。
大家从这里面可以看到什么？
What do you think?
我们的男主人公很帅吧？好，我们要把我们的这些
All those gentlemen in the video are handsome.
进行一下扫描。
So let's look at the scanning process. This gentleman can become really realistic in 3D printing. And the scanning result can be handled by our cloud system. And in our exhibition area, we already have arranged this demonstration. You can take a look during the break. 3D printing can be really powerful and used in a lot of scenarios. Now we are already in the 5G era, and we have all kinds of cool stuff. Look at this. This is a sofa. When you buy a piece of furniture, VR, AR can help a lot. With 3D printing, you can also have a better understanding of what you are buying. And this is about a piece of, actually a cultural relic. We can digitalize our cultural heritage. This kind of ancient stuff can be saved digitally so that future generations can have access. That's especially useful for archaeology. And in medicine, in the apparel industry and footwear industry, 3D printing can all play a very big role. So apart from all this, we have considered all the other possibilities. So look at this page. We have a very large market and a very large user base. Printing precision, the printing precision can be as good as 0.1 millimeters. The nozzle of most printing, the nozzles of most 3D printers at this moment could be much larger than that. So the precision here can meet the requirements. And also, our product support large scale scanning. So for large scale scanning, we can do 5-meter scanning. Also, the scanning scale is important. We can achieve a 2.5 times increase in the scanning scale. And with our software, users can get access to our cloud very quickly and get some useful data and models. So what about our price? This product is at the industrial level, but the price is just at the consumer level. So for our CR Scan 01, the recommended price in retail is only $580, and the delivery time, the time when you can buy this is late 30s. Also, I talk about the gentleman who wants to ensure 3D printing can continue effectively and efficiently when he's away. So that's about remoteness. Look at this page showing our Creality Smart Kit. So this Smart Kit has a camera and very good connectivity. This product supports both Android and iOS. First, you can download our app, our Creality Cloud app. This app is the precondition for setting up connectivity. So on this app, you can select or you can browse our model base to get what you want. So let's talk about this tower. That's Eiffel Tower in France. Then you can set all the parameters, including slicing, so on and so forth. After this, you can do online slicing and online printing. Online printing can be monitored in real time remotely. So when you are on a business trip, you have all the information and all the real-time details about what's going on with your 3D printer. After printing, you can click a single key to share your work in the fan community. Yes, we have a fan community. So this fan community ensures more people knows about us, and we can also get a lot of feedback from this community. This product is easy to operate, and there is real-time monitoring. Printing can become much smarter. So now the recommended price in retail is only $46. It will be available from April 20th. So let's move on to see another feature. Just now I talked about that gentleman concerned about all the difficulties in leveling the machine. Leveling really matters. If leveling is not handled properly, printing effects could suffer. Printing quality could suffer. Now we have seen a lot of leveling systems, but all those leveling systems have their drawbacks. One of the users is an old gentleman, and he has encountered tons of issues in leveling. To that end, we have come up with CR Touch. That's an automatic leveling sensor. I'm sure with CR Touch, with this fantastic sensor, our users can have a very good time trying to level the machines. Look at this page showing an animation of leveling the system. I mean leveling the machine. It's very stable. It's very precise, and it's very quick. Our research team has really made a lot of efforts to make this possible.
小于0.
So precision less than 0.04 mm. And it also has a high degree of compatibility. It can adapt to the multi-material platform and also cover all kinds of FDA machine and more fixture. So you don't need leveling by yourself. And it has the high quality. So the times of utilization can be reached at 100,000 times. Every day you use the leveling 50 times and multiply 365 days. How long you can use? You can use 5 years non-stop. So this is good, the functions. Another, this product is smart and intelligent. It has the function of the troubleshooting. What about the price for that? Recommended a retail price $39 and equal to 255 RMB. It solves the problems in terms of leveling. When you can place order with us on May 20, our user and can solve the problems by themselves in terms of leveling. Okay. So the first aspiration from a little baby. Fourth, to the print a picture on the mobile phone share of his daddy. So each of the daddy can see their baby can grow happily. We launch CV-01. It's very beautiful. It can perfectly solve the problems of our followers. This product features as following. It can print without offer power supply. Second, precision is very high. In terms of the when you engraving something, it requires a high degree of precision of engraving. Another is it can protect the eyes of user. It can bring the happiness of sculpture. You also can observe in a short distance. Sometimes the laser can bring the damage to the user body. So we have the protection. We have the function which can protect the eyes of user, keep them from damage of laser. We also have the optimization of the smart path. Through the optimization of the hardware and the software, and allow the user have the relaxed and enjoyable, memorable experience. You can see here, for the case of the mobile phone, you can have the Creality in a mobile phone case. For the different materials such as the paperboard and the laser and the plastic, it has the widely application scenario. It is suitable for you when you Now we see the price of this product. So recommended retail price, $150. When you can place order with us, May 15. It can perfectly solve the problems that put forward by baby. I also introduced 4 types of the products. Let us review. We have a precise scanning and modeling input. It can solve the problems of when we through. If we can not find a model in your database, at the same time, you cannot build up a model by yourself. You can use our products to help you to solve the problems. So you can quickly and convenient to the print out by using our cloud. We have the online slicing and remote monitoring and remote control. We also can solve the problems in terms of leveling by just using one button. We also can provide a creative live experience by using our product. My partner will upload all the detailed information on our platform. You will see all the information online. Are you ready, our team? Are you ready? Okay. Follow our philosophy. Within this philosophy, from input, process, and output, whole process, to provide services for 3D printing, what kind of things input can solve? That is the difficulty of a model. The former design model or former build up the designed model, and then we have the closed loop. After inputting model, we process the model, include a modified age, and online model slicing, and also includes remote print, a cloud monitor. For the output, we have a 3D product. It's a touch on 3D printer and core components and follow-up processing and some the derivative 3D application. And then we have a 3D laser engraving products. And then we have our own ecosystem. We are excited and looking forward to those kinds of the products. We will emphasize interaction with our users and followers and conduct innovation, imagination, and create the future. Thank you for your listening. Thank you for your wonderful sharing. We have one representation from different departments. What kinds of change our new products will make in our market? We will cooperate with our partner to make a great contribution to 3D printing industry. Thank you very much. Thank you for your release. Next, we are moved on to the session of award ceremony. We already have a new product release. Now we're looking forward to witness in the future. We have talented people in the 3D printing industry. Creality pay more attention to make great contribution to our society, to nurture talented people over 3D printer. 2019 October, we have launched the campaign that is 3,000 groups action.
截止至目前
Till now,
畅想3D 打印社团已经有
Creality 3D
200多
printing
家了。
group
今天呢，
already
我们只
reaches a
选
number
出
of
了
200.
10家创想
Today,
3D 打
we
印社团。那
selected
下
the
面
top
呢，让我
10
们一起来宣
excellent
布获
Creality
得
group.
最佳社
Now
团
we'd
的
like
是。
to
接下来我们
announce
将为大家宣布
top
荣
10
获最
excellent
佳社
Creality
团的是
group.
湖南化工实业技术学
They
院，
are
恭喜！
Hunan
长春县航
Chemical
空工业实业技术
Professional
学院，恭
Technology
喜！深圳市
School
福田区
and
华强实
Shenzhen
业技术学
Futian
院，
Huaqiang
有请！有请参
Professional
加学员代表
Technology
上台，有
School.
请！
And
此时此刻，让我们响起最佳的掌声送给他们，好不好？
please put up
谢
your
谢。
good hand for them.
接下来，
好，让我们一起来宣布获得优秀社团的是
那分别是
Excellent
烟
group.
台文理学院，
The
恭喜！
Yantai
广东省技师学院，
Cultural
恭喜！
and Tourism
成都工业学
Institution
院，
and
深
Chengdu
圳技师学
Industrial
院，
College
河北
and
政法
Shenzhen
职业学
Technician
院，
Institution
中山技师学
and
院，
Hunan
湖南财经
Finance
工业实业
and
技术学
Economy
院，
and
有请！
Industry
有请以上
College
学员代表上
and
台。
Hubei a
我相信这次
Science and
站在
Law
舞台上的每一个人，他
Vocational
们是值得骄傲
Institution.
和庆幸的。接下来的时间，我们也将携手全体我们的合作伙伴以及我们来自
We
全
will
球的朋友，共同来
cooperate
见
with
证
our
这一盛事。
users
好，那
and
么我们现在
our
有请台上的10家社团稍一预后，往左边的稍一预后。那此刻呢，也让我们有请我们的
to
颁奖
invite
领导上台为他
our
们进行
leaders
嘉
who
奖。
are
有
going to
请
present
创想分
awards
为
to our
常
winners.
务副总
Now
经理
we'd
兼
like to
和会
invite
中心总监杨成亮，有请。
Yang Chen
创
Liang
想三维
to
产品
present
总 BG 总监刘美娇，有
to
请。
our winners.
我
We
现在为他们进行
also
颁奖。
invite Madam Liu Meijiao from
我相信
Creality
这此刻他每一个人心
to
中
present
这一
awards to
份
our
荣
winners.
耀的圣火正在徐徐点燃，而每一个人心中
Each
手中
of
拿着这
you,
份奖杯，
while you're
是他们
holding
过往的
this
所有的辛勤付出，也是他们用智慧
that
和
is the
结晶
payoff
换来的最佳
all
成
the
果。
efforts you
而
have
此时此
made
刻
in
站在
the
每一个
past.
舞台上方的人，除了这一份奖杯，还有
Apart
一份
from
证书，
this
这一份证书更
award,
是一
you
份
also
责
have
任
a
和期许。我们
certificate.
期待在未来当中，
This
我们能够像这
certificate
个行
is
业
the
不断地激发，
encouragement
用我们的智
embodiment
慧
of
创造
your
属于整
efforts.
个行业更多的
We'd
辉
like
煌
to
成就。
create
是的，我们刚
glory
刚
of
说
this
到
fellow
了，不仅
industry.
是认可啊，还有
mentions
嘉奖。那
This
其实
is
呢，我
not
们这家
only
社
the
团在此之下
recognition,
呢，
that
还
is
将
also the
奖
glory
励我们
for
今天发布的
those
光
winners.
木化新品一台。
哦，
哇，
At
那
some
么
time,
优
we
秀社
will
团的
give
学校呢，
you
也将
a
获
new
得
product
创想
we're
三
launching
维
today.
经典机型一台，恭喜他们！好，此刻呢，让我们有请我们摄
Now
影
we'd
师
like
用
to
镜
invite
头
our
为我们留
cameraman
下这
to take the
荣誉
picture
的瞬间。
for
同
this
时，我们将有
good
请我们台
memory.
上的各位向中间稍微靠拢一点，让我们站得
Now
近一
it's
点。
time for a group photo.
让我们共同把这一份荣耀的火光共同凝
Now
聚，
please
看向前方
take
摄
a
影师
group
镜头。
photo for our
3、
winners.
2、
3,
1。
2, say
同时，
cheese.
让我们竖起一根大拇指，让我们共同为了
Please
今天的成就共同点赞。
Please
祝
sum
福
up
的三位台
for
湾共同
your
竖起一根大拇指。
success.
好的，让我们再一次祝贺他们，用热烈的掌声对他们的成绩
Let's
表示祝贺。
congratulate.
谢
Please
谢。
put
那
up
么
your
有
good
请
hands
我
for
们
our
10
winners.
家创想3D 打印社团的获奖代表。
Okay, now we'd like to invite the representative of our winners to deliver speech. Please pass microphone to our representative.
首先自我介绍一下吧，跟大
Please
家。
introduce yourself, please.
各位来宾，各位朋友，
Distinguished guests, dear friends, good afternoon to you. I come from Zhangjiajie Aviation Naval Vocational Institution. I'm honored to have this good opportunity to share and communicate with you about our efforts in terms of promotion of 3D printing technology in the past 3 years. First of all, I appreciate Creality company for giving our good opportunity to build up good platform for us, provide our students with the opportunity to show themselves and then create their dream and turn the dream into reality. Now they talked about our conditions of the promotion of 3D printing. Our institution is located in the beautiful places of Zhangjiajie, which is known for tourism. It covers the area of more than 700 acres. We have the students of more than 10,000, among which we have the aviation. We also have these soldiers and nurtured about the aviation and navy. Starting from the course configuration, we have something related to 3D printing. We have the course of the 3D printing and reverse engineering and 3D modeling and the software technology and etc. Apart from that, we also established the 3D printing group. We frequently conduct summer activities and events.
So these activities provide opportunities for students to get involved in 3D printing. We know that many of them are really interested in 3D printing. By learning 3D printing, students can know more about science and technology. And that also makes them more innovative in their thinking. Our college is applying for a certificate on additive manufacturing. Actually, we are trying to become a pilot location for vocational education on additive manufacturing. In the second half of this year, we may get approval. So I hope we can establish partnerships with you and nurture more talents in 3D printing. Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated. Please be seated. Now, Mr. Liu, can you remain on the stage? Sure. Just now, we heard really inspiring remarks from one of the award recipients. Going forward, the company will work more closely with universities, and 3D printing technology will benefit more people in the future because of our efforts. Now, let me give the floor to Liu Meijiao. From Production Application BG. Hello everybody, it's my great honor to be here with all of you. Today, I'm gonna deliver a speech entitled, "We're Always on the Way." My name is Liu Meijiao. I'm the director of the company's Product Application BG. Our company has been around for 7 years. We are both old and young. We are determined to become an evangelist for 3D printing. And we want to become a time-honored brand. So then, in that sense, we can say we are an old company. But we have been around for only 7 years. So we're also a young company, and we need your support. In the very beginning, back in 2013, our founder team saw a piece of news. A child lost his right hand in a car accident. 3D printing provided him with a new hand. They really touched us. We did a lot of research and found that 3D printing could change lives. 3D printing could also be promising for protecting the environment. So 3D printing is worth our lifetime efforts. That's why we are determined to be an evangelist for 3D printing. In 2014, we developed our first 3D printer, CR-3.
到现在到今天，全球创商单位已经有超过了121万的用户使用过我们的产品。当然，也还有很多的用户
more than 1.21 million users around the globe have used our 3D printers. But we want to attract more users going forward. Our company wants to provide the best services, not just the best products. Our growth has been possible because of our vision, our efforts, and your help, your support. We want to ensure that our product quality is always superb. Our services are always considerate. Our ideas for developing new products can be implemented very effectively only if we stick to our original aspiration. We cannot forget why we started in the first place. We want to meet requirements of all kinds of users, and that's also the foundation for us to create a value together with our partners. Just now, you have seen a lot of new offerings. I hope you can spare some time and try them out. I'm sure you will be happy. In 2017, we became a trailblazer by releasing our new product. And in that year, we achieved 10x growth. And many users proposed that we come up with some more cost-effective products. In March 2018, we came up with the Ender series, and this series has been especially popular among users. And also, we started our fully enclosed machine product line, our SLA product line, and we have created a lot of blockbuster products. We also have come up with anniversary celebration models. Those models have become really popular. And as for the Hello series, we have received orders for 20,000 machines. In our practice, we care about innovation. We innovate with craftsmanship. We have more than 500 R&D members. And we have more than 100 core patents. We have set up our 3D printing lab and Creality Institute. Plus, we have our 3D printing technology R&D center.
那在2016年的时候 ，Facebook 的一个用户提出来，对我们使用产品。Back
in 2016, a user said something on Facebook.
令我们感到责任非常重大。他是这么说的： 他说使用我们的产品感
The
觉
user
是
said
苹果级的3D 打印机，因此不断
we
的
provide
善于优化供应链、
Apple
制造体
grade
系以及质量体
3D
系，
printers.
对精益求精是我们每
That's
天
really
在认真思考并
encouraging.
且去做的一个事情。
And we
2020年
want to
呢， 公
ensure
司完
that
善
the
了
whole supply chain could be further
DOE、SQE
optimized.
以及 WMS 系统，推行了
And
全民质量以及
we
全
optimized
国级
our
的
whole
质量检
procedures
验。
and systems.
2021年呢，我们对自己又提出了更高的要求。
For 2021, we expect more from ourselves. We dare to control quantity with absolute values. So in normal practice, quantity control is based on relative values, but in our new practice, we are determined to use absolute values in QC. That's more demanding.
坚持是做用户打造爆品的理念。那至于合
And
作伙伴，
we want to ensure that
希望是
we can create
开
more
放的资源，
blockbuster
然后提
products.
供培训，
We are also
市场
open
督查
to
推
sharing
广
resources.
来区别
We
上游伙
can
伴，秉
do
承
some
共建、共赢、
training
共生
and
这样的
provide
理
more
念。
services.
当前
In
我
our
们
cell,
的
we want to create
服务已经覆盖到全球
an ecosystem
192
of
个国家和
biosis.
地区，也与3133位的合作伙伴建立了
We
良好
have set
的
up
合作关系
good。partnerships with more than 1,300 firms.
面向未来，创三维人坚持以不道者的精神，
For the
为
future,
更多的用户
we
提
will
供
remain
更具
committed
价值
to
的
our
产品，
vision
并且为
and
我
work
们合
harder
作伙伴
to
持续
provide
的
more
创造
value
价值。
for users and our partners.
在继续产品创新的路上，我们将用
On our way
SAP 等等的
of
创系统
innovation,
去提
we
供
depend
打
on
造 3D 制造
very
数字
effective
化的
systems
服务
like
体系。
SAP.
同时呢，有了
Those
好的硬件
enable
产
us
品，
to go
结合软
digital
件，我们的
and
平台
improve
做
efficiency.
好更多的行业
We
解决
couple
方
our
案。
software with hardware to provide a better cloud system.
在3D 打印的普及的路上，
As
不道德的路
3D
上，
printing
我相
becomes
信一
more
定
popular,
有险滩礁石。
I'm sure
我们愿
we are
一直在
run
路
into
上
some
像不道
difficulties.
者一样，为3D 打印产业普及而奋
We are not
斗，
afraid.
锲而不舍，坚定前行。
We'll
面
keep
对我们
going
的
forward
用户，我们的客户，
for our
我
users,
们相信唯有
for our partners.
赤诚之心，方
We
能
believe
造就非凡。谢谢大家。
We should show our determination
通常到了这个环节呢，是
and
演讲结束的时候，但是现在我要代表
bring
公司
more value
隆
and
重的
benefits.
发布一个大的惊喜。
So now let me announce something really surprising.
这个惊喜有点害羞
In the
啊，
final part of my
是谁在
presentation,
帮我调吗？
let me show you this surprise. But this surprise
7周年
seems
的感恩
a little
大
shy.
回馈，3000万大礼包，10万
So
台，
for our
从
anniversary
7月9
celebration,
号到6月9号3个月，我们的售价从206美金
we have
让利到
special offers.
165美金，让所有的用户跟我们的客户跟创想
For our
三维
products
7周年庆
at
典
a
一
price
起
of
狂欢，谢谢大家。
206, we can reduce the price to only $165 US. This special offer is valid for 100,000 machines and it's effective between today and June 9th. Thank you, Ms. Liu. The company really cares about user needs and user requirements. And the company has invited users from around the globe for some fancy stuff. That fancy stuff is DIY innovative modifications. So DIY innovative or creative modifications are really exciting. We received a lot of submissions and selected 14 excellent works. Now, let me invite senior managers from the company to the stage and announce the final list of winners.
以及唐总上台。
有请两位。好，接下来的两位呢，带着我们。
So now let's announce the list of winners in our DIY modification global competence, or actually competition.
曹总为我们来首先揭晓。
获得常规改装组最重磅奖项。
The winner of the modification master of the year is Jiang Er.
In 3.
Annual modification creativity star master. The best potential modification award annual best potential modification award. Team left. Annual creative star. Peers. Annual best popular people award. Congratulate. Now we'd like to invite Mr. Chen. The winner of the classic modification award, the annual chief modification master, the proper printing, annual creative star, DIY PBTL, and the annual creative star leadership, and the annual most potential modification award band, annual most potential modification award Kevin Snap, and the annual the most potential modification award Isabella, and the most the year of the man of the year is Chen. Next, we'd like to announce the annual contribution award. Before introduction of this award, Mr. O want to tell the story with us. Now pass the microphone to Mr. O. This year we have additional award. The annual contribution award. The winner is the Parasat. This is the first year for the modification master award. We want each of the people with their idea. We want to provide a platform for them to embody of them. Thus, allow the inspiration and the creativity flow. We have witnessed some excited products. We also have the products. We're eager to modify that. The one thing I was in touch with, they use Under-3 product for the modification and bring to the Victoria Lake of Africa. They cooperate with a center for disabled people to develop the products for the people in the locality with the disability and bring the hope to the local people who with disability. This is something we advocate the spirits of evangelist. I'm touched. I support this guy. So we have the additional award of this year. 3D printing is not only a product of technology, it also can change the life of the people, can change the destiny of the people. That is the way of technology. Technology should be kind to people. Technology should change the life of the people. Creality will adhere to our original intention, show the responsibility for society. We hope in the future more the friends with us to plant the seed of the hope and make a contribution to our society. And finally, I congratulate all the winners and congratulate prize winner.
谢谢两位。那接下来周期呢，我们来到中间吧，让我们进行一个瞬间跟我们来解答。虽然说我们很多人没有来到现场，但是我们想把这一份祝福送给他们。再次祝福他们 ，Congratulations， 谢谢，看向前好。
Congratulate, because of the pandemic, some of the winners cannot come here in person, but we'd like to send a congratulations and best wishes to them through our internet. In the future, we believe the Creality will continue in the world to organize this kind of a competition and make a contribution to the society. Just like Mr. O said that technology will change your life. And technology also brings the warmth to our life. We hope the warmth of the Creality can be brought to the friends and the world. We also can feel this warmth and responsibility. Thank you for your group with us in the past 7 years. And Creality have committed to a 3D printing industry to create an ecosystem of 3D printing. Yes, indeed. As the summon of 3D printing have the Creality to achieve this glory down to earth. After have the global strategy and won the crime of the user in the world, what's the future hold for the Creality? Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Chen, founder of Creality. The topic is that help Creality to create new future.
尊敬的各位嘉宾，
Distinguished guests, family member of Creality, and online audience, good afternoon to you.
我是创研三维的联合创始人。
I'm a co-founder of Creality. My name is Jack Chen. I'm delighted to gather together with you in a celebration of the 7th anniversary of Creality to share a story with you.
13年前
13 years ago, I joined the industry of 3D printing. We have the different 3D printer with a different price. The machine was expensive, just can be used by large company at home and abroad. A lot of domestic, a small company that won't use a 3D printing technology for innovation and R&D, but they quit because it was expensive. Around 2012, FDA technology come to China. Majority of small and medium-sized company started to use FDM, a machine to print out summer products. But it also, the problems that came up, precision is very low, the quality was poor, and speed was very slow. After a while, some company quit. In the 6th-year process of selling, I set up this company with other 3 founders. We were thinking, Creality, we will continue to use the technology from overseas to make it localized and how to make it globally. Where we should start, we produce consumer printer or produce a product for industry. We think after a period of time, industry of a 3D printer, it is industry which is sustainable in terms of development. We think it is suitable for us to start from a consumer product. Whether 3D printer, just like some computer in the past, is there a possibility for a 3D printer to go to every household? We started from the professional institution or to education to individual, or started from individual to the education to the enterprise. After we took time overthinking, we were thinking we should start from a consumer product. A lot of the people ask we ask a lot of the people, did you hear of a 3D printer? Did you use that? Just a few of the people said that they heard of a 3D printer. Just the last 1% of the people have seen a 3D printer. We were thinking there has been great potential and opportunity of the market. So Creality, why my colleagues mentioned, we hope to become evangelist of the 3D printing industry. We want every household to enjoy convenience of a 3D printer. We want to introduce advanced technology of the foreign countries. That's through our advantage, how to build up the product with high performance and good price, and then we can sell back to the overseas market. At that time, when you wanted to promote 3D printing technology, we encountered a lot of difficulties. We don't have the money. I remembered our founders, the broad machine to the communities to advocate 3D printing technology. We participated in the school held the event. Every year, we participated in 30 to 50 exhibitions. We hope to promote 3D printing technology in better manner. In the process of the promotion of 3D printing technology, I always said that when you have the good product, maybe some people will promote for you. But you have the better products. A lot of the people speak bad of your company. That said that this company is not good, this industry is not mature. So I always emphasize Creality should put quality first. How we to produce our products with high quality. Allow each of the user can use our products safely and securely. As long as they are willing to use our products, they are willing to promote the 3D printing technology for us. And then we can realize our spirit. That is a sermon and evangelist. Because in the past 7 years, we focus on DIY products. In our company, we have a strict internal test. But when the product at the hands of our user, because some problems of transportation and faults of assembling and lead to some problems of printing, in order to allow our user to use the 3D printing technology in a better manner. Every year, we make a lot of investments in that regard. We won't make up some deficiency of our DIY products. As the evangelist, we always adhere to how to build up good products with reasonable price. Allow our users that this is good products with the good price. At the beginning of launching the first product, the price of the machine with 300 mm is very high. Through the DIY, we make this product cheaper. We say $599. So users said that whether you can provide new products with the more reasonable price, because on the earth we have the more poor people than the rich people. In 2018, we launched Endo. We hope that these products allow the more people to use the 3D printing technology.
For 3D printing, there is no limit. 3D printing carries so many opportunities and possibilities. 3D printing could change the way we work, live, and think. I hope more users, more partners, more KOLs can spread the message of 3D printing. Creality has been around for 7 years. During those 7 years, we have attended a lot of events. For shareholders, our shareholders have worked 16 hours every day during these 7 years. I hope our diligence pays off, and we hope to create more cost-effective products for our users. In our office building, we have many colleagues working until 11 p.m. or even later every day. I want to thank their contributions. During these 7 years, we have served 1.2 million users, and the total shipments have exceeded 2.2 million. And many users have bought 2 3D printers from us, or even 3, 4, 5. We have 500 people in R&D, 500 people in marketing and sales. We have partners and users in 192 countries and territories. We have 3,960 channel partners. We always put our users in the center, and we want our progress to be driven by products, and we want to build our own strong brand. So to that end, we must understand our users. what they want, what difficulties they may run into, and what products may inspire them to make fancy stuff. Back in 2018, I was in the US for a maker event. In March 2018, we launched Under 3. Many KOLs and many makers were using our Under 3. At that event, we received 30 suggestions and comments from our users and KOLs. When we returned to China, we asked our R&D team to go through those suggestions and comments. Those represented user requirements, and we made a lot of improvements in our future model under the Under series. I hope we can do better in this aspect. We have people going online and get feedback from users in all kinds of 3D printing forums. We understand our users. That's our strength. In 7 years, a lot of individual users started to use our products for their work. So some users first simply play with 3D printing, and then they find, oh, maybe I can use 3D printing for my living. In the jewelry industry, 3D printing is especially useful. I hope in the future there could be more solutions of 3D printing in more industries. Our users provide feedback saying that they need more models. In model design, there could be a lot of tricky issues. We hope that we can have more online controls for 3D printing. I hope there could be more connections. There should be a very conducive atmosphere for learning. Our Creality cloud is intended for that kind of connectivity so that we can better serve our users. For 3D printing groups, we started back in October 2019. We proposed instead of 1,000 3D printing groups in China. Now there are actually, in the first year, 400 universities applied for setting up their 3D printing groups. Now, more than 200 have been approved. I hope in the future there can be more than 10,000 3D printing user groups around the globe. So this kind of user group is like a community of users. We can get feedback from them and make improvements. So for universities, if you want to create your own 3D printing groups, you can contact me or my colleagues. In the end, I want to express my thanks. In the past 3 decades, our pioneers in 3D printing have blazed a lot of trails. I also want to thank our colleagues and our users, plus our partners Of course, I must thank all our competitors. We have joined hands to create a better landscape for 3D printing in China. Without your support, our company could never have made so much progress. Going forward, we still have a long way to go. I hope we can continue working together to create a better future of 3D printing. Thank all of you. Thank you, Mr. Chen, for your passionate speech. In your speech, you mentioned a lot of thanks. Such thanks come from the bottom of your heart. Being grateful is really important for us to move forward. In the past 7 years, Creality has worked so hard, and all the hard work has paid off. I'm sure the future will be rosier. In the past 7 years, Creality started from scratch and made a big difference. That's the definition of craftsmanship. Craftsmanship really matters. Now you can see some chairs on the stage. So for the next session, we have a panel discussion. This panel discussion is going to be inspiring.
对的，没错。那我们也希望共享新机遇，共创新未来。让创想三维将一直保持着开放的心态，希望共享智慧，拥抱未来。而接下来我们将有请到本次圆桌论坛的主持人，他是创想三维品牌市场部总监韩宗波，有请韩总监。
Let me invite the stage.
来，有请韩总监。
Mr.
同时呢，我们也有请韩总监来为我们一一介绍
Creality Director
各位嘉宾
of Branding and Marketing. Mr. Han is going to introduce all the panelists. Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, dear audience members, either here or online. Greetings. My name is Han Zhongbo. So today, for this session, we are going to talk about the global dreams of China's 3D printing brands. So China is home to many fantastic 3D printing brands, and they have global dreams. During the pandemic, 3D printing has played a key role. Going forward, how can we achieve more? So now let me introduce our panelists. Professor Zhong from Southern University of Science, Southern China University of Science and Technology. He specializes in additive manufacturing. Mr. Tan from the South Polar Bear 3D Printing Network. Ms. Wang Xin, Executive President of Shenzhen Cross-Border E-Commerce Association. We also have Mr. Chen Bo. Marketing Director of UX China. So, China has been developing 3D printing brands for over a decade. That's not a long time, but already we have seen China's 3D printing brands taking very good market shares around the globe. So We are here to talk about the globalization or global dreams of China's 3D printing brands. We have 4 panelists on the stage. I want to hear their insights. First, let me ask this. What are the barriers to break if we are to achieve more progress in 3D printing? 3D printing is something new. For quick growth, 3D printing must be more widely recognized by more industries. As something new, something fancy, there could be doubts. In the beginning, many people did not know what 3D printing is and how to use it. To promote the growth of 3D printing, we gotta ensure that recognition can be extended. We gotta ensure integrated development for 3D printing. All the industries should get on board. In this process, we need evangelists, just like Creality. And from the perspective of technology, we have some ideas here. I mean, there could be 4 aspects for 3D printing to be more widely used. First, high precision, high efficiency collaboration. Second, printing size should be larger. Third, multiple materials must be supported. And fourth, design could be a tricky issue. First,
the precision of 3D printing. You also know comparison to traditional one. It need a high degree of precision. As you know, there is a paradox between precision and efficiency. Sometimes we have a high precision, but we will sacrifice a speed of printing and etc. In turn, Creality made a great contribution in terms of high precision. So include high efficiency. You have the new product with a high efficiency. If separate precision and high efficiency respectively, if you want to combine the two together, there is a long way to go. For the size just at the level of the whether we can have the smaller measures or the larger the scale, such as 10 meters. Another is the bottleneck we need to solve, and that is material. Now, do we just have the limited material for the 3D printing? We need more the material such as the smart material and the flexible material, and then we can combine different the material together. This is the future industrial demand. We don't need to assemble among the different material. Now, for the support of the software, it is not suitable for 3D printing technology. The thinking of the way of the design of the user, they have the idea about the 3D printing. When we considered summer casting, the way of the thinking of the design, they have the different idea. So, thank you for sharing from Professor Song. Next, we'd like to invite Mr. Pan. Thank you for giving me opportunity. Professor share with us from their perspective of a technology. We are the media. I will divide 3D printing by time from 1986 to the 2010. It has been 20 years. for 3D printing. During that time, we just have an international professor, experts who study about the 3D printing. From 2010 to the 2020, 3D printing industry, they have the people pay more attention to that, such as we have a university, Creality achieved rapid development in the past 7 years. If the 3D printer will have more achievements in the next 10 years, no problem. What kind of things we should do include a Chen of 3D printing, design, determine 3D printing technology, what kinds of things you can print out, how to allow the people to have access to the data easily. Now we have a software that is the keys-oriented. Second, material. Material determine the application of 3D printing. This is very important. So, property of the material and the types of the material. So the equipment determine the precision, quality, and the operation. The 3D printing is popular overseas. Why not popular in China? Because overseas people like DIY. They have a strong sense of DIY. They won't do something by themselves. But in China, it's different. Include DIY interest of kids in China. For the fourth, follow-up processing. If you want to use something by the 3D printing in the industry, you should emphasize some functions, such as strength and color. Another, finally, is cost. Through providing cost-effective products, allowed more people to use the 3D printer. In the past, it was expensive. In China, I believe there is a tendency, so the price of the 3D printing has been decreasing. And then we have more and more user of 3D printer. Mr. Chen talked about from the perspective of our industry and share the detailed insight with us. Professor Song talked about from the perspective of in-depth technology. It is inspired for our fellow industry because we have a lot of experts, university, and the media. They making great contribution to the rapid development of 3D printing industry. Thank you to gentlemen. The 2020 cross-border e-commerce increased by 30.1%. So is for the 3D printing. So e-commerce made a great contribution to the development of 3D printing industry. Now we'd like to invite the two experts. What kind of things which make a greater contribution to the 3D printing technology going globally? What about opportunities for that? Thank you for inviting me. This is a 7th anniversary celebration. You launched a lot of the products that is deeply impressed by me. You made a great effort. Question from you. In 2020, the developments of global cross-border e-commerce, it increased by 30.1%. This figure just represented the official figure. I just have been to Shanghai and said that we increased 119. So we should give a good applause for the people in the e-commerce industry. Thank you for pandemic. China encountered a lot of advantages. This time we have seen the change of consumption habits of the world because of a pandemic. 100 years of consumption habits of the Europe and America have been changed because lack of material, because every country closed, they have the lockdown. But thanks to cross-border e-commerce, as long as you have the product, as long as you're selling on the cross-border e-commerce, you can earn a lot of the money. I just attended a meeting. I have a conversation with the biggest seller. In our office, we have the 12 boys that earn 200 million in 2020. They just started business 1 year. So in our fellow industry, per capita output reaches at more than 2 million. In a traditional manufacturing, the one factory just have an output of 50 million. So, cross-border e-commerce, because the pandemic changed the way of the consumption of people, China industry quickly going globally because the change of consumption. Second, what change and opportunity of China. China is the largest manufacturing country and the largest supplier. We have industry, we have a supply chain, even though America is good at the technology, but they're manufacturing products in China. We also, such as the hardware, the material, that also manufactured in China. We have seen the application from the Creality, which can be used by the material such as the plastic and etc. I have seen some universities already use some special metal material. We have some advanced technology in China. This is something I mentioned in the aspects of the material. From a 3D printing technology, China is the largest market with the strength of the internet. We will have the promising future. So in the next 5 years, I think there is the great potential for a 3D printing industry. The 3D printing industry will replace a lot of manufacturing industry in China. In the next 5 years, we will see the shift of the manufacturing industry from China to the other place of the world, such as the Southeast Asia. Where is the growth of the 3D printing technology? I hope I call on all the people should quickly to get on the board of the high-speed train of the 3D printing industry in China. I've seen the China brands going globally with their technology. Zhang Xiaobai said that China in 2020, what we have done, that is the exportation of a product. What about the second? That is, if you want to export your product, you should have the high quality. You should have the culture. You should have the way of the thinking. You should use a language the internet can understand to tell the story of China. I put the product of the Creality on my desk. This is good. The China is smart manufacturing. This is a good embodiment of the product and technology of China. I hope in the future there will be some intelligent, smart products going globally, allowed the world to re-understand of China, allowed China culture be disseminating throughout the world. We cannot say we just sell trash on the platform. We hope 2.0 cross-border e-commerce bring more influence in the international stage. Cross-border e-commerce allow the China brands have a more opportunity, allow the China brands have the more space for imagination. If we want to tell good story of China, of the good story of the products and the brands, we should work together with the cross-border e-commerce to bring the Chinese product to each corner of the world. I'm delighted to come here. I heard a lot of good insight from you. It helped us to have a better understanding for the e-commerce, cross-border e-commerce, what does that mean? I want to say something in a detailed way. Our topic, why the 3D printer brands succeed because of pandemic. First of all, that is e-commerce.
Cross-border e-commerce is also a kind of e-commerce. So on the internet, users and sellers and buyers can be connected even if they are in different countries. That means we have more channels to get connected to users. Just now, Mr. Chen talked about going to the US and hearing from users and KOLs about how they thought about the company's products. Now, in this era of cross-border e-commerce, we could get feedback online directly. That's very quick. That's very convenient. For manufacturers, they can go online and see what people are saying about them. So, cross-border e-commerce has this kind of benefit. For 3D printing brands, there could be a lot of opportunities provided by cross-border e-commerce. 3D printers have certain technologies and certain patterns in development and marketing. I'm a fan of high-tech. Newegg, my company, has been running high-tech products for over 20 years. Anyway, 3D printers are still a small part of the whole market. We can see 3D printers still have a niche market. Only a small number of people will use 3D printers. But we can depend on, for example, advertisements in cross-border e-commerce to ensure that the products can reach more users overseas. Newegg is an e-commerce platform with its roots in North America. Now we are here in China, trying to make a difference for China's e-commerce. We hope that on our platform, China's products can reach more countries and territories. In the past, many people associated Chinese products with low quality. I hope we can break that that impression or stereotype. Just now I heard that some users thought Creality products are like the Apple products in 3D printing. That's fantastic. That means the brand has been associated with high quality. I want to ensure that high quality can be shared among users around the globe. Creality has a presence in more than 190 countries and territories. I'm sure in the process of going global, the company has depended on a lot of online channels. If you want to develop channels in so many countries and territories, just offline, it's virtually impossible to achieve in just 6 or 7 years. Going forward, China's manufacturers have so much room for exploring overseas markets. Cross-border e-commerce exports from China to the US was worth about $300 billion US. Next year, I suppose that can reach $750 billion US. This kind of trend means users have much more choice. At this time, 3D printing is still in a phase of gamification. We can look at the history of the PC internet and the mobile internet. In the beginning, programmers used CLIs or command line interfaces. Later, they had graphic user interfaces. And later, they have better solutions. So for 3D printing, tasks that may need hours could need only 1 hour or just a few minutes. In the future, that's gonna happen. So that's my thinking. I'm sure the future is happening. And I'm sure that future has much to get or benefit from cross-border e-commerce. And in the field of cross-border e-commerce, we are determined to help Chinese firms go global. Thank you, Mr. Chen, for your remarks. I got a lot of inspiration from you. You talk about Chinese quality, Chinese brands. Creality is going global. I'm sure in the future, the world will get to know more about Chinese brands. Now let me move on. Let me move on to the final question for this discussion. 3D printing has been booming, and now 3D printing has been used in many industries. In the future, what kind of impact do you think 3D printing will have on our lives and the whole world? 3D printing has played a major, 3D printing has already had an impact on our lives in many aspects. Healthcare could benefit from 3D printing, and we can create a whole ecosystem of 3D printing. Our daily necessities could have things handled by 3D printing. In my understanding, 3D printing provides fancy tools. One of the major differences between human beings and animals is the ability of using tools. Lives could become better because we have good tools. In the future, I'm sure 3D printing will play a bigger role in our lives. As a tool, I suppose 3D printing could help us create and think. I arranged some 3D printing courses for students. In the first class, I did not talk about what 3D printing is. Instead, I talked about innovation and imagination. Imagination really matters. If you want to innovate, you have to have very strong imagination. When I talked with the students, I told them, you are here at Southern China University of Science and Technology because you got good grades in examinations, but in your career, there will be no grades. You gotta create a value for your employers. How you can create a value? You need to be creative and innovative. So what is innovation? That's hard to answer. From the perspective of 3D printing, I suppose there could be different kinds of innovations. In terms of invention, technology, and design, there could be a lot of innovations. So in the beginning, there was no 3D printing. When 3D printing came into being, there was an invention. And for technology, for example, we have FDM. So we gotta handle a lot of issues in technology to achieve higher efficiency, higher precision, so on and so forth. And we need to have multiple rounds of iterations. So that's about innovations in technology. And in design and application, we can also innovate by pushing 3D printing into more industries. 3D printing could be integrated into the existing supply chains. That's also a kind of major innovation. So on the way of innovations, Creality has been doing a lot and moving forward smoothly. Just now, I mentioned imagination. Imagination, in the words of Jack Ma, is the source of growth. I mean, in our daily lives, we must have imagination. Maybe we wanted to travel faster, so we had cars. What about even faster? Then we had airplanes. In our lives, I'm sure 3D printing could have much more potential, but we must have enough imagination to fully tap into that potential. What about demand? In daily life, we have daily necessities. Our daily necessities could be handled by 3D printing, and we may have our aesthetic and spiritual needs. 3D printing could also handle those needs. I'm sure 3D printing could be better fitted to meet those needs than any other technology. The soul, the essence of 3D printing is about precision and stability. For the future, I'm sure bravery, innovation, and imagination matter for 3D printing. Yes, innovation and imagination really matter. From this perspective, we can see that innovations really bring about change to this world. 3D printing can be part of that process of changing the world. Yeah, let me share my 2 cents. 3D printing has been playing an important role in providing daily necessities. From your head to your feet, you can use 3D printing to get everything. Helmets, glasses, prosthetic teeth, prosthetic limbs, shoes, so on and so forth. You can use 3D printing to achieve so much and make so many different things. And also, in the home, we can use 3D printing to get furniture. We can even use 3D printing to print a whole house. And for cars, many components can be 3D printed. In the food industry, 3D printing can be used to print beef. Of course, that also requires some biology. In aerospace, 3D printing can be used to print screws, bolts, and key components. 3D printing has not reached every household. That's because costs are still running high, or at least costs are not low enough. We are doing 3D printing media, and we have the responsibility to let more people know about 3D printing. That's how we can inject some momentum to this sector.
Just like use the other product, you don't think of what kinds of the material it use. At that time, we don't need to make a 3D printing technology universal. I hope it will come soon. Thank you for Mr. Pan. Mr. Pan mentioned, we hope in the future everyone can use the 3D printing machine. This is our goal and direction. Mr. Pan introduced the 3D printer. From a perspective of a scenario don't have a limitation. This is always the pursuit of a 3D printer. Next, we'd like to invite Wang. I want to share the one thing with you. Do you believe Mr. Chen printed out by 3D printer? Is that possible? Possible. The application of a 3D printer will cover all the aspects of our life. Do you see the movie? The first scenario, that is the people printed out by the 3D printer. What the soul of that people, that is information. In the future, that is the era of information. You will see we are in the 3D world. Actually, we are in the 4-dimension world. When we talked about investments of markets from 2010 to the 2019, investments of China in the 3D printing from 32.5 billion to almost 2 trillion RMB. You can see the emphasis from the government about the 3D printing industry. Our country made a great investment in that. Dr. Chen mentioned a report. That report mentions 2020 global 3D market share is 20 billion US dollar. Marketing report 2030 will reach almost more than 300 billion. From 2003 to just 20 years, also tapped the mark of the 300 billion US dollar. I believe this market will increase by 10 times. Dr. Chen, 2050 with a market cap of 750 billion US dollar with the developments of technology and improvements of supply chain and the breakthrough of technology and constant developments. I think there will be huge markets for 3D printing industry. You need to seize this opportunity of the market. Application of the markets will be huge. From the biotech, medicine, aerospace. So application is widely used, also include the field of education. You can see some of the information in the Douyin or the TikTok. Everything can be printed by a 3D printer, such as milk and a coffee cup. We hope we have the smaller 3D printer with a high degree of precision and easier for the people to use. After people have the one or even more than one 3D printer. Thank you for Madam Wang. As long as you can imagine everything possible, the 3D printer has the finite imagination space. Mr. Chen, originally I think we come talking about the trends of the industry. Why? How come we sit here talked about some science fiction? 3D printing can bring more imagination space for us. Mr. Pan said that you can print everything. A song talked about it is the tour. As the tour, we can look back past 20 years, some high-tech tour, what it has become. In the past, we use a CPU in a computer. But now, we buy the whole computer. No matter what kind of computer you use, nobody cared about. They cared about the performance of tour. If the tour performance reach at some of the penetration, we will pay more attention to its application. We just pay more attention what kind of the app you are using. To my knowledge, 3D printing just in the stage of the development of a tour. Tour is very important. What's the next? It will enter into the era of the application of industry. Maybe application in the field of the medicine education. What about the consumer application? Let us imagine. Maybe today, my glasses have broken. I can print out my glasses by the sharing a 3D printer. It can print out my glasses, and then I can use it quickly. This is the future application of a 3D printer. It will become the part of our daily life. It will not be industrial tour anymore. For the future, we will see process from a tour to the performance of a tour and to universality of a tour and the embryo of the application and to explosion of the application from industrial level and to the consumption level. It reach at certain inflection, it will be successful. At present, 3D printer, what will happen? We can see some university, or we have the popular campaigns such as 1,000 groups action to build up awareness for the students in terms of technology and brands. A 3D printer, just like Lego. Lego is building blocks. We can regard Lego as the tool which built up toy. Maybe through 3D printer, we will have something which is interesting and educational and informative products, and provides a more added value for 3D printer. This is a very interesting topic for me. Thank you for Mr. Chen. Mr. Chen said that hope 3D printer that become integral part of our daily life. We hope in the future 3D printer can shift from a tool to consumption and to the universal application of the industry. Thank you for the wonderful insight from our panelists. We thoughtfully select our today's panelists that represent a different industry. They maybe have the backgrounds of the education and the media and cross-border e-commerce. A lot of the experts pay more attention to our fellow industry. Our fellow industry have the promising future. Thank you for our 4 panelists. Thank you for your insights. We hope today's celebration and the summit, which can connect creator, innovator together and sharing ecosystem of 3D printing. Thank you for our panelists. Thank you for our moderator. During the discussion, we have the new way of the thinking. We hope use that in the future industry development. Okay, now it's a high time for a group photo. 3, 2, 1, cheese. Thank you very much. Thank you for your wonderful insights. Thank you for our panelists and our moderator. Thank you for the wonderful round table. I believe all of you have a better understanding of 3D printing. At the present, what we are looking for, that is a Creality celebration. 7 years. 7 years ago, the farmer started business from scratch. We attracted more people, become the leader of the fellow industry. So today is the 7th anniversary of Creality. Now, please see our stage. Now, please put up your good hands for founders of Creality. Mr. Chen, Mr. Liu Huilin, Mr. O Danjun, Mr. Tang Jinghe, to go onto the stage for the celebration of the 7th anniversary of Creality. Just like development of Creality shifted from the small company to the large company with the million of the products and the followers. You should be the product of being the family member of the Creality. This is an exciting time for us to remember. Just like a ship sailing for the long-term expectation that we will sail for more successful destination. Now we'd like to invite our founders to cut our cake. And the audience and the present, online, offline, let us count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday! 7 years of life. We will have the more 7 years to make a great effort with you to strive for. Let's put up your good hands for the celebration. Please stand back. So for the celebration of the 7th anniversary of Creality. If I say Creality, you say happy birthday. Creality 7-year anniversary. Happy birthday. Thank you very much. Thank you for our leaders, guests, and audience online and offline. Next is the high time for the group photo. Our leaders and distinguished guests, please come to the stage and for the group photo. Now we'd like to invite our leaders and the guests to go onto stage. This is a family gathering together. We collide with each other with the spark of the good idea. This is a big part to strive forward. Okay, now please let us to the record this memorable moment. Okay, now it's the high time for a group photo. Okay, please show me your gesture, just like this, and you can draw arc, just like the rooftop of the home. Okay. Now is the time for group photo. So please stand closer to each other. Okay. 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 We just have one row is okay.
好，我们现场的后方的朋友，大家可以首先离席了，因为我们稍后要进行我们的翻台时间。我们将在稍后的时间内，现在是可以直接进入到直播的大演
And we will have some dinner, the wonderful dinner in 6:30. We will see you again. After we will have the dinner in 6:30 p.m. This picture is very beautiful.